day 22 in my 30-day ephemera challenge. Using a 12 by 12 paper that is double-sided, we can create this 4 adorable handmade envelopes. Let's craft together. Hi, Best Buds. It's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. This is my 12 by 12 sheet that's double-sided. It came from this paper pad right here. Oh, actually, it's not exactly a paper pad. They are loose sheets of paper. And we want to fold our paper in half. Then we want to take our sheet and fold it in half again and give that a crease. So now your 12 by 12 sheet of paper is folded into 4 separate even squares. I have brought in my guillotine, and right here where it is folded, I'm going to place it in my guillotine, and I'm just going to trim off the folded portion. And now I have 2 pieces that are folded, and I can place them into the guillotine, and I can trim that folded piece off. Once again, just enough so that you can end up with 2 separate pieces. Now I have 4 squares that are 6 inches by 6 inches. All 4 of my pieces have either this print or they have this print. I can make 2 envelopes with this print on the outside and 2 envelopes with this print on the inside. So I'll have 2 sets of different envelopes. Placing my tip right here on a grid point and placing the other one on a grid too. So it's on the same line, so it's straight. So my square is straight. And then take my ruler and place my ruler along that line, that grid line as well. And with my pencil, I'll lightly mark a line about in the middle, very lightly. I don't even know if you can see it. It's right there. We did do these 2 corners. Now we're going to do these 2 corners. Once again, placing them on a grid line and lining my points up, bringing in my ruler and laying it on that grid. And with my pencil, I'll lightly make a mark. Taking one of my corners and bringing it up to the intersection of my 2 marks I made with my pencil and giving this a crease. Now take the opposite side and have the 2 tips touching each other, not overlapping, just touching, and give that a crease. Then I'm going to pull up the bottom. And to do that, I want to put this point and this point on a grid mark. And then pull the bottom up to where this point and this point will be on another grid. So I'm bringing it up about 1/4 of an inch and giving it a crease. Starting to look like an envelope, isn't it? This right here, this point, we're going to open this back up, and we want to fold this up just a little bit. Give that a crease. Now when we place this back, it's really starting to look like an envelope. We need to fold this portion now and make our flap for the envelope. Placing this bottom and the side on a grid and line it up straight. No wonky envelopes. And bring this flap up. You're going to take these 2 corners and you're going to put it on a grid line, the same grid line all the way across. So if you're choosing this grid, then it needs to be that grid over here, the same grid mark. If you don't, then your envelope's going to turn out to be crooked. We don't want a crooked envelope. That's what I call a wonky envelope. And give that a crease. Now I'm actually going to ink this up so you can see the next step. Do you see this little pie shape right here? There's another one here and here and here. With your scissors, you want to cut that pie shape out. So just 2 little snips, and you can remove that piece. And do the same thing on all 4 corners. As you can see, I'm removing the fold totally, or I would have a brown line here from where I inked it. And I'm cutting that line out. So I'm angling my scissors just a little bit more than the actual corner. Can you see that? I've got those inked lines, the folded lines, I've cut them out. We want to erase the little marks that we made in the center. And because I really love the way inking looks, I'm going to take my tea-dyed color and I'm going to go ahead and ink up all the way around my envelope. Now that I have my envelope all inked up, we want to glue down this little piece that we folded up. I'll be using my art glitter glue. And now our piece is folded up and we're able to glue our envelope closed by adding a little bit of glue here, not in the center though, and right along this side as well. And then glue your envelope closed. Now you have a beautiful envelope on the outside as well as the inside. Let's run that through one more time. This time, instead of using this side of the paper for the outside, we'll use this side of the paper for the outside, and it will be reversed. I want this to be the outside of my envelope this time, so I need to turn that face down, lining up the points on the grid, bringing in my ruler, and placing my ruler down, and then making a very light line, turning my square. So now I have this point on a grid, and I need to place this point on a grid. I'm going to line it up. I'm also looking at these 2 points, using this other grid line to help me really get it nice and square. Bringing in my ruler, placing it on that grid mark that I've lined my points up with, and marking a light line in the center. Now I know exactly where to bring my points. Now, some of the paper maybe has a pretty print or something that you want on the flap. So you can turn it over this way. Mine is really basically the same on all my sides, so it doesn't matter with this print that I've chosen. Once you figure out if there's a corner that you want to be your flap, let's just say, for an example, you want this to be your flap, then you're going to bring these 2 sides in like this, and this one up from the bottom and fold in that corner like we did. So let's make this corner our flap. So I'm going to turn it so I can place this point right in the intersection of my lines, and I'm going to give that a crease. Turning my paper, I'm going to place the other point right facing the other one, so the points are together. Now I've lost track which one we wanted for our flap. Let's just say it's this one. Let's bring this up. Now I need to line this corner and this corner on a grid. That's just going to keep my paper straight. And we're looking at this corner and this corner to go on a grid line. I'm going to choose that dotted grid mark. That's about 1/4 of an inch. So now we look like this. Now we want to fold this little flap over. And I like to do it now because then you know exactly what the bottom of your envelope is. I'll just bring this up just a little bit. That a crease. Now this point needs to come down to make our flap. I'm lining this up on a grid and on another line so that I can hopefully get it as square as possible, and bring this over, and I'm going to bring it to this line right here, which is about 1/4 of an inch, and give that a crease. Now we need to remove our lines and glue our flap up. This is where we need to remove this material in here that is folded. And the reason why we want to remove it is that it takes that bulk out of the envelope. So I'll highlight this one more time so you can see exactly where you're going to need to cut. Now you can see the little pie shapes. And we're going to remove them with our scissors, and we're going to totally remove that folded area. I've inked around the edge so you can see we've taken notches out here and here. Because we wanted to make it opposite of the envelope that we made first, I'm going to finish inking this up so that we can glue it to make an envelope. So with my glue, just a little bit of glue right along here, not in the center where we folded that corner up, and then put it together. We can glue our envelope closed. Now you have 2 more pieces that you can make 2 more envelopes. So you will end up with 2 of these if you choose, or 2 of these, or maybe you want to make them all the same, having the same outside as well as the same inside. That will be all up to you. So with my 12 by 12 double-sided paper, I have ended up with 4 of these adorable envelopes, and 2 with this print. So let's go ahead and let's do a little bit of decorating. I have a small paragraph stamp and I have my Stays On Timber Brown. And the reason why I'm using my Stays On Timber Brown is because my black Stays On has not come in yet, and I really wanted to have a dark ink. Putting some ink on my stamp, not all of the stamp, and then I'm going to stamp it right here like it's going to be delivered to an address. And I want to do that to all of my envelopes. So just a little bit of ink and then stamp on the paragraph stamp like that. And I love that it's just lightly stamped. I really don't want it to look perfect. That's not what I'm after. This is absolutely perfect. I have some faux stamps in my dish, and I'm just going to look to see what would look nice on my envelopes. I think the smaller stamp would look the best. Those will be perfect. I'll put these back in my dish. I'm going to glue my stamps on. Let's add a little bit of this lace on the flaps of our envelopes. I'm just going to add my lace to one side of the flap. Just adding a little bit of lace really just is so sweet. I have these paper flower bouquets, and I'm going to pull them apart because I want to use 3 of these flowers that have a stem. I want the stem to be on these flowers. I'm just removing this paper that's still on the bottom. And then I'm going to take one of them and I'm actually going to remove the stamen, the center, the stem itself, so that I just have the flower portion. And I'm going to glue it right here on the point of my flap. And then I'm going to take a little flat back pearl and add it to the center. I just think that's so sweet. Now on the front, I have some cream colored thread right here. I'm going to cut myself off a piece. And then I'm going to hold my little flowers like I've just picked a little bouquet. Something like that. And I'm going to put my thread around and around a few times around the stems, and then I'm going to tie it into a knot, the two ends of my thread. Oh, my little flower came off of my stem. I'm going to glue him right back on with my glue gun. I meant to glue them on because earlier one of them came off and I forgot to glue these back on. So that one's glued on. Let's glue the inside here with a little bit of glue so that that doesn't happen to any of the other flowers. Okay, so everybody's glued back together. Now I'm going to make a bow. And it is a little fussy, but I really like how it looked when I made it earlier. When I was making my example. Got a bow. I'm just going to pull the bow down to a better size. It's kind of big. And I want to glue it right here onto my front of my envelope with a little bit of glue. And then I'm just going to lay the stems right in that glue. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue in the center of my bow. It'll hold that bow together. And also I can add a little flat back pearl. And then I'll trim off this thread. And I just think that is super cute. What an adorable piece of ephemera for your journal. You could pop it onto a page, like on the top, like you maybe were using it like a page topper. You could even put it on a shorter page. You could put it on the side like this. You could paper clip it onto your page, or you could place it into a pocket. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.